have lately, he's becoming more comfortable around everybody. But yeah, once you really get to know him, he's super funny, super cool. But he will not say a word to you the first couple times he meets you. But after getting to know Blake, he's a great guy.
And then just the offensive line in general, I think Coach Sweeney was saying you guys probably won the trenches the first scrimmage. And I think he actually mentioned that the defense gets to read how great they are all the time. You guys have to read like how not great you were because of last season.
Yeah.
Did you come in with a chip on your shoulder, you think?
Yeah, I definitely think everybody, has a chip on their shoulder. It's not so much, us reading what everybody else saying, but, just knowing what we're capable of and knowing that we didn't perform to that, standard of play here every game last season was disappointing. So, everybody was just ready to get to work and just ready to, kind of show the country what we can do September 5th.
Yeah. So, what was working for you guys? You think it was?
Yeah, first of all, everybody's done a great job this offseason, getting bigger, getting stronger. But just communication. Last year, there was so much going on with injuries and everything. It was hard to get a set five out there the first couple of games. So, just not being comfortable with everybody. But we pretty much had the same five the whole camp. Moved a couple people around, but. Me and Marcus are more comfortable with a year playing together and just different things like that. So I think we're more cohesive, which makes a big difference on the O-line.
Compared to last fall camp, is that kind of the difference that you guys kind of feel more comfortable or more cohesive as a unit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, this is the best I've felt since I've been here personally. Just about cohesiveness. We're communicating better. Everybody has a year under their belt, except for Blake and some of the younger guys. But everybody else on the offensive line has a year under their belt, or obviously more than 1 year. But just getting that game experience, and I think communication has been amazing this camp.
I think Coach Sweeney and a couple of other people said, Marcus Tate is night and day from what he was last year.
Yeah.
In what ways would you say?
Yeah, he his first game was against Jordan Davis, which was tough, especially as a freshman. But he's more confident. You can tell by the way he's practicing out here. Obviously, Rube, Tyler, Brian, those guys are great NFL players as well. He's super confident. He knows more. He's more knowledgeable. Not being more knowledgeable plus the confidence makes a huge world of difference on the line for sure.
Do you feel like that was a little baptism by fire for Marcus, just kind of going up against Jordan Davis and the guys in Georgia's defensive line?
Yeah,
Do you feel like that's kind of helped him mature a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great D-line that we played against Georgia. And it's tough for that being your first game as a freshman, but it made him better. He learned from that. He understands, how quick it is, how fast everything is, especially at guard. But that game made a world of difference for him because now, he's confident. He went against the best last year, and he's super confident going into this season. So, I'm excited to play beside him, excited to, just watch it.
I'm not sure if you already asked this, but how confident are you guys in Blake Miller if he goes out there day one starting at right tackle? Do you guys feel pretty comfortable with him out there?
I definitely feel comfortable with Blake out there. He's still young, still learning, but at the end of the day, he cares so much and he wants to be, great at what he does. He's knowledgeable. He knows the playbook, which is tough, especially as a freshman, to come in and just pick up so many things like that. Physically, he's a man. Like he's big, he's strong, he's physical. He's what you want in an offensive lineman for sure. So, he rolls out there the first game. I'm super confident in him.
I don't want to say are you surprised, but is it? The way that he's kind of come along. I know offensive line is a little bit of a developmental position. Are you kind of surprised at how quickly he's kind of immersed himself as a kind of maybe a first team guy?
Yeah, no, it's definitely surprising, because thinking about where I was when I came in, I was nowhere near as far along as he is, So him coming in, being knowledgeable, and being just as physically, gifted as he is, was super impressive, and it's not something you see every day for sure.
What does he have that you didn't have yet?
Right. First of all, he's bigger than me. He's definitely bigger than me. But he was when I came in. Compared to when he came in, he's way stronger than I was. And just the knowledge. He came in December. Which gave him time to go through spring, and kind of get a good grasp of everything. And I came in the summer, which is tougher to learn, especially for me. But him just being so physically strong in the weight room, makes a world of difference for sure. And I didn't have that when I came in.
Have you cross-trained or repped at left guard with Marcus kind of going at left tackle? Has that happened a little bit during fall camp?
Yeah, we've definitely done that a couple times. getting ready for the future, necessarily for me playing inside. Just getting Marcus and reps at tackle. But I've definitely played a little bit of guard this camp.
Are you still the emergency snapper too? Depends on the emergency.
I think maybe in the case of a terrible emergency, but just mainly guard and tackle.
Just talking to Eagles, he was telling me that he played a little basketball in university. He played a lot of basketball. How much do you think playing basketball translates to football and kind of help with your footwork?
Yeah, I played basketball longer than I played football my whole life. So, having that background, it just helps you with your feet, helps you be more fluent, different things like that. And I mean, my feet, like, I give that 100% to basketball. Like, I think if I didn't play basketball, my feet would not be as good, as they are now. So basketball definitely, helps with your feet for sure.
You still get out on the court and play?
We play a little bit, in the spring or maybe in the summer when we don't have workouts or something like that. But I do not play as much as I used to for sure.
What's your go-to? Is it like hook shot or?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the post, but I'm not out jumping the 6'6" centers, So I was a pump fake kind of guy, pump fake and try to draw a foul.
I know back in Charlotte, you spoke highly of DJ and the work that he's made. Have you definitely seen that continue over in the fall? And what you just seen him during fall camp?
Yeah, the first thing you notice when you talk to DJ now is just how much of more confident a leader he's become. He's more outspoken, different things like that. Just really leading offense like you would want a quarterback too. And that's super confident when as an offensive lineman, you got your quarterback pushing the tempo or just pushing you guys. Super encouraging. But he's made some amazing throws, some wild plays. So I'm super excited about DJ. He's putting in a ton of work to get his body right. To continue to learn more. So he's put in so much work this summer, and I really think he'll reap the benefits this season.
Do you feel like the same with the offensive line, that he's just more comfortable this time this year than he was last year?
For sure, yeah. I think, the first game against Georgia was not, a good game for the offensive line, which, if you're a quarterback, getting hit all the time, you're not confident standing behind there either. That was on us. But I think this camp, we've done a great job of just trying to make him feel comfortable. He's done a great job making plays with his legs too, when needed to. So super encouraging to watch.
What do you guys think about Cade, where he's come from spring, and a lot's being asked of him, even as a number 2 on this team?
Yeah. First of all, he's gotten bigger. You can tell Cade's gotten bigger, which is super encouraging. And then just him making plays with his legs. He's made so many plays against our defense. With his legs, different things like that. He's quick, and he can throw the ball really well too. And I think the biggest thing with him too is he's a leader. He's a great leader as well too. And that's tough, especially as a freshman coming in here around a bunch of older guys and things like that, and just still continuing to lead. Just kind of shows you what kind of guy he is.
With XT and Trey down, have you noticed anybody on the defensive line who's kind of taking advantage of their opportunity right now?
Yeah, I think a bunch of that D-line's amazing. But I think a guy that stood out to me, obviously Tyler and Brian stood out. But, Rook, every time Rook's in the game, you notice him, whether it be running or throwing the ball. Every time, he's out there on the field, you notice him. And he's gotten better. Peyton Page, DeMonte Capar, all those guys have, continued to develop, continued to get better. It's encouraging to watch to see how much depth we got on that D-line for sure.
Jordan, I'm sorry I got here late, but just how much have you been working some inside, and kind of has it been mostly outside, or have you been working some inside still?
Yeah, I definitely have been working mostly left tackle, just getting ready for the season. But I played a little bit of guard some of our live periods, just for my future, and whatever, if Marcus may move out there next year, whatever it may be. But he's got a couple reps at tackle, and I've got some reps at guard as well.
And just how confident are you right now in Blake and going out there and starting kind of opposite side of you?
Yeah, I have full confidence in him. He's putting in the work. He's been out here going against the best guys in the best D-line in the country every day. So being out there, holding your own, competing is encouraging to watch, especially for a freshman. But he's knowledgeable. He wants to learn. He wants to be great. So those are all encouraging things to watch or see from him.